that arguably no other hue has had such a colorful history. She's going to use language to weave this blue magic together. I would like you all to welcome Ariel John.
We were born in darkness, never thought we'd see the light. But look up now, the sun is coming, say goodbye, goodbye night, goodbye night, goodbye night.
Blue was not always a real thing. It was a game of scattered light, a dance party of particles of dust. There was always the rolling ocean that looked a certain way, the sober sky that had a certain tinge, but all of these were just reflections, reflections of traveled light. The task is impossible still to know what the old eyes saw, whether the ancestors noted blue as a standalone tint worthy of its own name, of a word in their native language, or were they colorblind to its tone, a thing that was a type of green, or a kind of yellow, or something that we modern humans cannot even detect now. For a long stretch of time, blue cannot even be made by hand because nothing is solidly, tangibly, sensibly blue. It has been said that a god once said, "Let there be blue," and then there was light that bent that way. And so for a long time, blue was not always a real thing until it was. The sun comes up and causes the light and causes us to see. Our eyes open and causes the image, but naturally causes the myth as well. We have a lime tree full of blue jays that would just be some white-breasted blackbirds if the light didn't come and scatter the way it does on their wings. The birds have melanin like me. And yes, birds have melanin. And they are black too, like me. Really. But it's just how they deal with the light. Tiny sacs of air live all over their small huddle of feathers, splits the sun on contact, peels the rays apart into thinner spheres and sends them strewn in all different directions. Makes it look like it had the cerulean sky poured thick on its back. Makes it look like a miracle to us and our imagining eyes. We believe it is blue, even if we watch it a little closer. Even if we admire it with a squint, it is still blue to us, as the light bends it from the black, blurs the darker color to raise some sorcery for us to see. It is still blue. I wonder often if the blue jay itself ever buys into the gaze, if it ever looks back beyond its feathers to see the human arrangement of opinions that we have given it, the name it wears in our language, blue jay, how it regards itself in the drain of the nearby mirror. For a long time, people only saw me as one thing, gave their ideas in whatever they decided to call me. But whatever they saw was just how I dealt with the light, you know?
Why you wanna fly, blackbird? You ain't never gonna fly. So why you wanna fly, blackbird? You ain't never gonna fly.
Somebody who done firsthand went through some OBI in their life, or who just have a spiteful disregard for science, went and tell my mother how making a paste with Bout Blue with equal parts lime juice and water would make a healing paste to put on the eczema patches on my skin. Now, either they have a spiteful disregard for science, or my mother was just desperate to try whatever might help her child. Bout Blue, a clothes detergent for tough stains, used on fabric usually not made of flesh. A chemical substance hardened into powder, used for purifying things and making things white again through the process of bluing. Like whatever was pure and virginal once have to pass through this color to heal from their debased self no longer whiteness. But I was never white. I wore the same color of premarital love make on a Christian island in the holy, holy house of Mrs. Veronica, down street from the hospital that my mother chose to not have me inside of. Matter of fact, when my patches of skin start to heal, they turn dark with the depth of the soul-shot wound. Looks like a drawn window blind, enough to keep the light out, keep me in my cocoon of skin for longer. When I was 13, my parents took me onto an alternative health clinic in Chagonas, and they placed me under a body-long lamp of blue light. The skin is known as the largest organ in the human body and is a quick responder, heals and repairs on its own, always making new cells to replace the old ones. The skin is quickest to show what is happening on the inside, a natural boundary between us and the world. I had to learn for long how to make boundaries between myself and the world. Anything without limits only destroys after a while. Ask the sea about its coastline. Ask the fire about its hedge. I had the world running unchecked in my head and it wiped out everything that was true about me until I did not know who or what I was when there was no more world left. When there was no more blabbering noise left. When there were no more voices not mine left. Light therapy is used to treat skin conditions, gets rid of specific bacteria, and soothes inflammation. Use the blue to calm the red. I had to learn how to heal my own self by protecting my own light. How to save my own skin by drawing a circle where I stood. How to not let the world go wild with its beliefs and opinions on my body and in my mind. It is in this way that the light is allowed to be light, and not somebody's impression as to what the light should be.
So why you wanna fly, blackbird? You ain't never gonna fly. So why you wanna fly, blackbird? You ain't never gonna fly.
We learn through contrast. One color finds its bloom next to a very different one. We all know what it is to have something, childhood. It is the project of the taken away toy. We all know what it is to lose something important: rent money, a car stolen, internet connection, Uber service to move around Port of Spain, the jailbring your grandmother pressed into the crease of your hand at the hospital, a loved one. We all know what it is to lose something that we never thought of being without, of going without, of without. But to contemplate future loss, to be so afraid of ever losing again, anticipate how everything is short and will cut, will pass, will fade, will pass on. To be so afraid of anything that looks like change, of anything that doesn't look like what was there before, to allow for the panic, because there is so much panic, to sit with the panic and ask, to what do I owe the pleasure and terror of having her visit, and listen to what she has to say.
One of the earliest means of making blue into a pigment came from making a powder out of the lapis lazuli stone extracted from the mountains in northern Afghanistan. This ultramarine color was at one time worth more than gold and known as true blue. Because the pigment was so rare and costly, it was reserved for painting only important figures, most famously the Virgin Mary.
On my way to the medicine cabinet this month, I think to myself that there must be a lady of the cramps or a mother of the menstruation or some hidden title given to the Blessed Virgin Mary that the Vatican thought was too saintly or male-driven and wouldn't use it because it would not publicly give reverence to the Mother of Christ. The pale blue Immaculate Madonna is the most sympathetic of all the murals in my mother's house. It is the most gigantic piece of artwork my mother has ever spent money on. And I look at it like, you must know how this feels because, well, you had a body, and well, a virgin one at that. A pomegranate stomach with blessed fruit, holy seeds and such. But the monthly part, you know, you had that too? I mean, God chose you, right? And I don't know if you haven't, that would have made you unclean or unfit to bear his child or too undignified a vessel for a Messiah. I mean, all over the Bible they talk about women with issues of blood and unclean discharge, and you need to sacrifice a pigeon at the temple on the seventh day to be on good terms with God again. And I don't know if he would bend the rules like that and use such a filthy place like the birth canal of a woman for his only child. And I'm not trying to be rude. I'm honestly asking, did he have the same lancing wound? The same nauseating spell of overproduced saliva pulling your mouth? The sore chest? Watching your body expand itself beyond your most comfortable clothes? The ability to feel your heartbeat all the way down in your foot? Did you have that too? I mean, the church has saints for chicken farmers, for seasickness, for ammunition workers, for Romania. Like, I thought that you would have taken up the honor of being the patron saint for menses, and well, blessed are you among women, so I would take this to mean that you took on the responsibility of being the missing link. And I know you talk to him a lot still. Yeah, to God. Like all the time. Think you might be able to negotiate something along the lines of the whole curse on Eve scenario. I mean, that was a while ago. But you came so that we wouldn't have this anymore, right? I mean, you stood on the moon when you appeared out in Mexico, and I always thought that was kind of political, like down with the cycle.
Ultramarine is the pigment name that means beyond the sea.
Good Catholics do not believe in horoscopes. I just happen to be Aries and named Ariel. The left corner in my grandmother's room against the cake-peeling wall is a stack of prayer books filtered by dry hibiscus leaves, a string of wooden rosary beads, and a folded monthly astrology book hidden beneath these shelves. My mother said she named me after a fragrance in a Vogue magazine that she found by the hairdresser. Pull out the page when Mrs. Sheena wasn't watching. Would wipe the page on her skin before spending evenings with my now father. The priest who convinced my parents to marry told them that Ariel was the name of an archangel who looked after the earth, the land, which is the earth, the water, the air, and all things that lived in them. A lover named David once told me that Ariel was another name for the city of Jerusalem, also known as the place that David settled. We both had forgotten by then that people are never land to be settled on, and that it was never in his particular nature to settle anyway. My name tosses me against a Disney movie's plotline. A mermaid named Ariel, who loses her voice in honor of a man she loves. He who was lost at sea, running out of air and looking for land. The mermaid wants to become something she is not, a human, so that the man would love her. In the end, she chooses this biped-terrestrial form, and well, they get married. My name tosses me against this disagreeable Disney movie plotline, and that is how David left. Disappointed that the sea did not bend or part down the middle as water sometimes does, to take some new obliging form of dry land for somebody to walk through her holy house with their dirty feet. My middle name comes from an Irish saint, the patron of difficult pregnancies. But I have never asked my mother what about my birth was the most difficult. Was it the actual exertion of labor? Or was it the nurses shaming her on her back for being unmarried in a Christian village and still daring to house a God-sent thing? Or was it the fact that she brought a child, another girl to this planet, with the double potential for unmarried disappointment? My mother's name means Star of the Sea, and a title also given to the Mother of Christ. A very Caribbean thing to do, to root your children in the vicinity of the ocean. My parents found each other on an island that generations and generations of settlers had to journey to. And when they got married, my last name changes from Johnson to John. My mother says she dropped the son because she had a daughter, who she named after a fragrance she could not afford, named after the saint she thanks for a miracle, named after an angel who protects the planets, named after a country that no man is promised. I am settling into my name, sometimes a difficult pregnancy.
Yeah.
Insect, often found in Peru and Mexico, is gathered and dried by dye makers, and a red pigment is extracted from their bodies and their eggs, a color very close to crimson, very close to the color of blood. One of the ingredients used to make the cochineal color was called potash, and one day, in the workshop of somebody, some man, somewhere, the potash mistakenly came into contact with the blood of an animal. The dye maker thought that the red of the potash with blood paired with the red of the cochineal dust would have simply made the mixture more red, a more red dye. But then, science. Science caused this accident of animal blood to create the compound iron ferrocyanide. Iron ferrocyanide is now unscientifically known as Prussian blue, known in the art world as the key color of Van Gogh's Starry Night, known in the real world as the color that the balance of the day is poured and emptied into, a deep dark, the indigo of the clock of the evening, somber skin of the witching hours, 3 hours either side of midnight. Imagine, the man set out to make something that was looking like blood, that get tied up with something that was blood, and it ended up looking like the kind of cover crimes like to hide beneath.
I am the dark one, the midnight blue of black hues, the beginning place, the cradle of heaven, the womb of the world containing all life within me. My dark absorbs the light that only dazzles to confuse instead. I am a constant truth. Fights are things men do to amuse themselves, test the limits of their knuckles against another's case of flesh and bone. But I do not confront until I am cornered. I do not bite until my bark is called into question, and well, that is not an often thing for anybody who has eyes or any self-respect. I do not go looking for the smell of blood. It is not my perfume of choice. But for anybody, any man who lures my children to that vicious red has a special lure to my ornate hands to stress some sharp silver across his neck. Watch their face freeze in time, mouths hung in horror at their last look. I sit in the hide of the garden and weave a garland of severed heads for my own neck, beads that bloom and swell with decay, wine-colored ribbons drain down my chest from their past life as their final tribute. Everybody has a mother, and I love my children fiercely. I am love. I am always love. But I fight to protect my own.
In the Philippines, their martial arts system consists of 2 main practices, eskrima and kali. Credited for defending the native peoples from the Spanish conquistadors in the 1500s, the kali system of combat involves serving lethal strikes to the opponent, often using 1 or 2 sticks.
Your son in the grave already, your son in the grave already, take a towel and bang your belly. Your son in the grave already, your son in the grave already, take a towel and bang your belly.
Bang your belly, the old colloquial Caribbean saying, meaning to prepare for difficult times. Belly band, an elastic band worn around the stomach by women to support the back and abdomen during pregnancy. Aramaki, a Japanese belly band used to warm the core of the body during winter, but originally used by Japanese soldiers as a type of body armor in war. The Virgin's Girdle, a braided sash worn around the waist by Mary, the mother of Christ, said to have fallen from the sky when she rose into heaven, now existing as a venerated relic by Catholics to bless infertile women and prevent miscarriages.
I remember the sobering glare at the mirror in the standing room only toilet. In my early impulse of an oversized denim shirt and slack harem pants, clothes that would not contact my body and its going nowhere nausea. I remember throwing up there on the plane, the refusal of anything I could not drink steaming hot. And I remember too the return flight to the airport in the same baggy clothes